Hi, and welcome to the first ever PH1 Performance blog. This blog series isn't just about fitness and coaching. I'm going to share with you my experience and passion in leadership, business acuity, motivation, and character. And I couldn't think of a better way to start this blog series off than to talk about a subject matter that absolutely terrifies most people, and that is failure. What is failure? How do most people respond? And is it even a bad thing? We're going to take a deep dive on failure on this first ever PH1 Performance blog. Let's get after it. There are many definitions for failure, but I'm a fan of simple and easily digestible information. So failure to me is a falling short. We've all seen some of the best golfers in the world go to make the winning putt on the 18th green. And what happens? They simply fall a little bit short. Does that mean that they're no longer great golfers? Does it mean that they didn't put forth a proper effort? Does it push them into early retirement or towards another career? Of course not. It simply means they fell a little short on that specific putt. My first commercial strength training product was called the Functional Training Rack, a storage solution that helped organize gear such as medicine balls, elastic cords, tilt boards, and foam rollers. I launched the product in 2007. That summer, believe it or not, China proceeded to buy all the steel in the world as they prepared for the 2008 Olympics. Steel prices nearly doubled, and coupled with massive problems that I incurred trying to kit and fulfill product, I knew the project was nearing its end. I sold the remainder of my inventory to perform better and walked away with my tail between my legs. Although I lost thousands of dollars and presumably failed, I gained a tremendous amount of insight on how to design, develop, manufacture, market, and fulfill fitness equipment. I took these failures into my next project, the Ripcore FX, now known as the TRX Rip Trainer, which literally has changed the trajectory of my entire career. So we all know that at some point in our career, our relationships, our competitive endeavors, we're going to fail. The real question is, how does one respond? Many of you know that I was on the U.S. National Taekwondo team and was even the team captain at the 1997 World Championships in St. Petersburg, Russia. What most people don't know that is after my Taekwondo career was over, I got into full contact kickboxing. Would you believe that I lost my first fight? Instead of questioning my skills and throwing in the towel, I trained harder and smarter and adapted to full contact fighting, winning my next 19 fights in a row. You see, it's not the failing that is a problem. It's how we respond to failure that develops one's character. In fact, I will go as far to say that if one hasn't had numerous failures, he or she is less well-rounded and oftentimes inept in responding to difficult situations. Let me take a brief moment to remind you of some of my favorite failure to success stories. When asked about the many thousands of failures he had when trying to create the light bulb, Thomas Edison said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." When cut from his high school basketball team, Michael Jordan was dejected and even contemplated quitting basketball forever. He went on to win 6 NBA championships and is arguably the greatest player of all time. And in 1858, Abraham Lincoln lost a Senate election seat in Illinois, only to 2 years later win the 16th presidency of the United States, going on to be one of the most instrumental figures in American history. So what can we learn from failure? Basically everything. I recently was selected by IdeaFit as a finalist for the 2019 Personal Trainer of the Year award. This is a highly coveted award and is presented at the opening ceremonies of the largest fitness trainers conference in the world. In the words of Panic at the Disco, I had high hopes, but in the end fell short. I've learned that in life there is no triumph without tragedy. A setback is just a setup for a comeback, and without a test, there could be no testimony. So embrace your failures as learnable experiences so you can come back on top. When I was training on the U.S. National Taekwondo team back in the day, we used to repeat the tenets of Taekwondo before every practice. Courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and indomitable spirit. I agreed with them and lived by all the tenets, but the last one was so special to me that I even had it tattooed on my arm. Indomitable spirit simply means a spirit that cannot be broken or dominated. Every obstacle I've ever encountered in my life I've not seen as a roadblock, but as an opportunity to learn, to change course, and to grow. I'm truly grateful for every one of my failures, and I know if I can continue to push through, success is just on the other side. Thanks for joining me for my first ever PH1 Performance blog, and until next time, get after it, everybody.